there, it's Tania Gabrielle, Wealth Astro-Numerologist. Welcome to Star Codes, where we look at an important event in the stars and numbers that's upcoming so we can navigate the celestial energy the best way possible. And in this case, it's a very, very exciting, powerful, and filled with surprises, full moon in Leo, the royal sign. Leo is ruled by the sun. So when we have a full moon in Leo or a full moon in Cancer, which is ruled by the moon, there is a more potent energy that we feel. And this year, the Leo full moon, we just have one every year, has an even bigger impact because 2023, the number 23, is called the royal star of the lion number. So it ties in with that courage and that fearless leadership and standing your ground and expressing yourself and just allowing the world to see your shining inner light, your heart. You know, Leo actually rules the heart physiologically, and all the astrology signs have rulerships over certain parts of the body. And so with Leo, it is the heart. So courage, which is based on the French word cœur, if I'm saying that correctly, which means heart, is truly when you are fearless and come from here instead of thinking things over and wondering and therefore stagnating or doubting yourself or second guessing, right? So the heart never does that. The heart just is filled with your connection to the divine, which is filled with passion and with a sense of just letting it all out, like literally saying, okay, this is who I am. No excuses. And this is what Leo is all about. Now, this Leo full moon is at 16 degrees. And it happens at 6:28 p.m. Universal Time. So when you add 6 plus 2 plus 8 for the Universal Time exactitude of the full moon, it adds up to 16 as well. And this is actually the 5th consecutive full moon at 16 degrees. So there is something about this number now that we need to integrate. And 16 ties into the universal year for 2023 as well, because that year, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 adds up to 7, and 16, 1 plus 6 adds up to 7. So you can see with all these numbers, the 23, the royal star, the lion, and Leo, and then the 16 degrees, the 2023 adding up to 7, 16 is a 7, there's just a lot of intense energy that will surely sweep us off our feet or ignite us with a sense of understanding, but really it's awareness, it's breakthroughs. And 16 is all about surprises. 16 actually means that you will experience the unexpected, and the only way to navigate without being caught in the drama or in being afraid or whatever the case may be, the only way to navigate the surprises, the unexpected energy, is through your intuition. So it's all coming together in the Astro-Numerology message here in a big way. So just be aware that we have in play the sign of Aquarius, where the sun is, which is also about the unexpected and about the future and about the collective and the groups that we align with. But certainly it is about breakthroughs and your inner genius and your intuitive abilities. It governs genius. It governs astrology. That is Aquarius. It governs numerology. It governs everything that takes you beyond the practical mind, but into the exploration and the discovery aspect. So when we combine that also with the code, Leo, courage, Aquarius, future, having courage about your future, not looking back, right? Adding that Leonian passion and fun and expression and creativity. Leo being ruled by the sun, that's such a creative, that's your inner spark. That's your inner light. That's your inner creator. So there's this unabashed courage that is streaming from you with this Astro-Numerology code. And the moon, of course, is all about our feelings. In general, the moon governs your feeling state. And because Leo rules the heart, physiologically, this is just so powerful when the Leo full moon comes around every year. And especially now with this code, there's such an open-hearted energy here, a new path, right? Saying no to the external programming and beliefs and things you took on without even questioning because it was shared with you, given to you, but now you realize this is where the truth is. This is where I turn to. And saying yes to your internal soul compass. That is the key to freedom. 2023 is a big year of freedom and spiritual awakening because of the code. 23, the royal star, the line number, reduces to 5, the number of freedom. And 7, the number of our universal year, is the number of spiritual awakening, bringing heaven into your heart, knowing that heaven is in your heart, not a separate place to go to, right? So your inner light, your source of light is being creative, being the creator, having fun in the creating process, enjoying it, putting fire into it. Leo's a fire sign, right? So now we have a few aspects that complement this as well. And that is that Mars, another fire planet, is not only square to Venus, but Mars is also sextile to Jupiter and Chiron. And that creates a joie de vivre, a real enhancement of the Mars and Jupiter energy. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, a fire sign. Mars rules Aries, a fire sign. And the Sun rules Leo, a fire sign. So this is a really fiery full moon because of those activations. The other thing I want to mention is that Uranus creates a T-square. And it's a very tight T-square. And a T-square is basically two 90-degree aspects from the Sun and Moon to Uranus. So it creates this triangle, and it is all about action. T-squares are basically you need to get up and you need to move. And Uranus is, again, the ruler of Aquarius, where the Sun is for this full moon. Uranus is in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. So there's a lot of a focus on beauty, a focus on what really feels joyful, pleasurable, attractive, right? The aesthetics of it. So having those wonderful feelings in your life through music, through essential oils, through beautiful flowers and paintings, and a clean home that's not cluttered. All of those things matter as we go through all this unexpected energy. Remember, the number 16 is also about the sense of when these surprises come up, all you have is your intuition to help you navigate them. Well, Uranus in a T-square to the Sun and Moon is saying the same thing as that message. And so we have really an incredible opportunity here to trust in the divine order, divine timing, the goodness of life, and to trust it so deeply that you are able to express it no matter what shows up, right? And remember, you have attracted everything that shows up. You've signed up for it. So the best way to be able to show up for what appears in your life is to give gratitude for it and to ask, well, what am I here to see? And that is really the courageous way of life. Your life is unfolding beautifully when you align with goodness and love and courage. It's all within you. The creation process is within you. And so expressing that love and expressing that goodness is the key here. So know that your life is unfolding just the way it's meant to every moment of your life. And that alignment that you make to welcoming change Uranus is all about change. 16 degrees for the full moon is all about change. So your awareness of welcoming change will attract abundance. It will attract everything naturally to you so that you don't fear how your life is unfolding at any given moment anymore. Leo fires up that inner explorer, and so does Uranus and Aquarius. So this is really an amazing moment here for friendships, for resolving any issues with friends, for generosity, celebration, throwing a party, having fun and play, having dignity, having determination. Saturn plays a role too, because Saturn is at the very, very end of Aquarius now and will be leaving that sign for 29 years on March 7th. So when a planet is at the very end degrees, the final degrees of any sign, those are critical degrees, and they really do intensify the planet's experience in that sign. So with Saturn in Aquarius, Saturn is bringing a sense of, well, let's take responsibility when change shows up. Let's make something really special. Aquarius loves special things, right? Aquarius feels special. After all, it's the genius sign. And Saturn says, well, do something with it, something concrete. What is it you can implement in your life that takes that special quality, your gifts, your inner explorer, and makes it real? And so Saturn is now at the end of Aquarius, just really egging you on and encouraging you to, hey, follow those exciting developments and let the shakeups happen, because you will be motivated by the changes. The ensuing energy is going to transcend your fear. It's going to help you see that the way forward is clear, that you're open-minded, that you can embrace personal freedom. And so this is all set up for you in a beautiful way. Keep in mind too, the sun is trine to Mars and the moon is sextile to Mars. Mars is currently in Gemini. It finished its retrograde. It's moving forward again. And so that means you can tackle anything with courage. You can initiate new directions with this trine and sextile to Mars. Your instincts feel strong and you just feel really fired up. You're ready for those fortunate outcomes to appear because you're participating in them. You're putting your passionate energy and directing it forward, and that's what Mars loves. So it's a wonderful time when Mars gets involved to use that natural enthusiasm you have. And even if you might feel a little impulsive, you need to guard against overreacting in that point or impatient. This is really an incredible time for enterprise, for success, and to gain your independence as a result. So this full moon is very, very special. It also has Venus sextile to Uranus. That's important too, because Uranus creates that T-square to the sun and moon. Uranus is in Taurus and Venus rules Taurus. So this beautiful 60-degree sextile from Venus to Uranus is allowing you to just dive into your creativity, to explore the shift with such a sense of abundance, right? You're channeling this nervous Uranus 16-degree energy into something creative that helps you feel abundant, because you're getting involved. You're literally putting your hands in the ground and planting seeds and doing things that feel proactive and good, and you're giving gratitude at the same time. So have the intention to imagine yourself in wellness. Make the intention to focus on what that is. What is wellness to you? That is what you want to put your energy into, because when you intend to feel blessed, to be blessed, wonderful things come to you. And when you send those blessings out and you act with reverence and you restore your spiritual sense, your inner spirituality, your own spiritual connection to Source, and you connect with Source, you connect with the greatest force of existence, and you appreciate that energy, this is when you really come in touch with your own natural uniqueness, which is what this full moon is really all about. This is when you feed yourself, and you feed all yourselves along all the timelines into the field of existence. You truly are in touch with every aspect of yourself. And that clear thinking of setting a clear intention will allow you to act in a way that is just so helpful, and you will eat well, you will simplify things, and you cannot help but feel good. You cannot help but feel like you are a winner. You are the creator of your life, and you're enjoying that. So really, this is the key with Leo, is to feel the fire and light up and appreciate and be generous. And ideally, you're going to inspire many others by the way you live and by the grace that you embody. And that is really the key here. So I really hope you have this amazing week with this full moon. And if you want to explore your own star code, by the way, because you have Leo in your chart, and you have Jupiter and Mars and the sun and moon, they're all in your astrology chart. They all have degree numbers. You have a birthday code, a birth name code. I've created a free webinar for you at blueprintclass.com where you can explore all of your codes. You get a handout. It's really fun, and it introduces you to Astro-Numerology. Astro-Numerology is amazing, and it is one of the most incredible tools that we have in terms of getting to know who we are and the people in our lives, and therefore having such a beautiful new perspective on life itself. Because the sun is in Aquarius for this full moon, and Astro-Numerology is ruled by Aquarius, it's a wonderful time to discover your divine soul code. So go to blueprintclass.com and enjoy that, and have a wonderful week. And I will see you in next week's Star Codes podcast. Lots of love.